Hey there! Today I'm going to be doing my final unboxing of items from Chicago. These are the two, I want to say, most expensive things I bought and the most juxtapositioned experiences that I had in Chicago. So, there's a little bit of story time with them, and you'll find out more after the break here. Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My channel is about treating yourself to a little bit of luxury, whether that be your cup of coffee, your favorite fragrances, skincare, all the fine luxury goods that we treat ourselves with because we deserve it, or at least you deserve it. I deserve it because I feel like I do. Anyway, I'm just joking. I have the final two items that I picked up in Chicago. These were the big splurges, and one of them was completely like unplanned. Didn't even know the store was still there. In fact, it was just like it wasn't anything that I remembered even being on the radar of places that I wanted to go. I'm surprised I even have something from this brand. The other item, though, it was definitely on my radar. It's been on my wish list since early this year. There's a little bit of story with that as well. That was a pleasant experience, but yeah, there's some things. So we're gonna talk about that here in a minute. These were items from Saturday's purchase. Saturday, it was the whirlwind shopping day. We start at 9 a.m. and we go until dinner. It's just until everything closes. Tons of shopping, tons of walking, tons of just go, 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 go. It's just the whirlwind day. So we went to a ton of different stores. This particular new to me brand purchase was in the Neiman Marcus, and I'm going to open that I think last. So I'm going to put that down real quick and we'll talk about the first thing that we did. So last year, I'm wearing it right now. Last year at the meetup, I decided to pick up the Trinity bracelet in Cartier. And when I bought it last year, I had a navy blue cord put on it. Well, something you can do whenever you're near a Cartier store is you can change out this cord anytime you want to whatever color option that they have. And I'll have to see if I put a picture up of it. It's like red, pink, the green, blue, black. There might even be one more color, like a yellow, I believe, a gold cord. But as often as you want, as much as you want. I unfortunately do not live anywhere near a Cartier store, so this once a year is basically my chance. So I went on with my navy that I had and had worn for the year and decided to swap it out. So went in the morning to have that done while the group was still at Hermes. I'd already made my purchases, so I went across the street with Hillary, which I showed my vlog, and we were looking at Cartier items and had my lovely bracelet swapped out. While that was happening, I decided to take a look-see at the other items on my wish list. So the lovely sales associate let me try on several of them and kind of was, hemming and hawing, trying to decide what I was going to do, and kind of spent the rest of the morning thinking about it. At lunch, I kind of decided, I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to check off the box off of the wish list. And Hillary had the sales associate's number to text. So I said, text her, tell her to hold the item, let me know when I can go in and get it. And we went there right before they closed for the evening. So as my usual mechanism of buying things, I buy them in the store and I have them shipped back to me at home. So when I was in the store, I got a little bag with my receipt, and I go, would you be willing to give me, a fragrance sample, because I really want to try out your scents? And she just went and just loaded me up with tons of samples. I don't even know what all these are. They're just really generous. Last year they gave me, I think, 2. This year, I've got a ton of them. There are Lure Promise, Oud and Musk. I've got, what is this? Lure OC, I think is what that says. Another one of Lure OC. Pure Mouget. I don't speak French. And Pure Magnolia. A ton of them. Very kind. Beyond kind. And of course, I had my package shipped home. Voila. So the package comes FedEx, and I had to laugh because I was home and it said signature required, and I hear a thump at my door. It's the box. They just like threw it at the door and didn't get a signature, which I guess, thank God I was home, but it just came. So comes in the Cartier box. It was wrapped nicely. I just kind of opened it briefly. Gave me another bag, which was very kind of them to do. Very nicely secured. It's got a ton of tissue paper in there. Let me kind of let you know what's all in there. So it comes with this little travel pouch. Very kind that they provide that. This is my certificate of authenticity. I had the same thing with my bracelet. It's just all the warranty and all that information. And then it comes wrapped in this lovely package. So it's a very nice presentation with all the tissue, very secure in there. But let's get to the meat of this situation. Let's get to this box. They wrap it in what appears to be very simple packaging, but it's very elegantly folded, and then wax seals on the side, which I just find lovely. So it's a kind of a unique experience. So let me open this up. Take guesses. I had 2 or 3 items from Cartier on my 2025 wish list. And this is the set. I just gave it away. The set that I decided on of the items. Well, actually, there's still 2 of sets that I had on my list. So you all still have to guess on that. But so lovely outer carton. Within here is another carton that was the same thing for my bracelet. Put that away. And then when you open up, you will see the item that I picked up, which matches my bracelet. So these are the small model Trinity earrings. Matches that. I'm not going to put them on because I have these ones on right now. These are a tight, small hoop. I will put the actual image on. Maybe it's a model wearing them. They were a little difficult to get on, but once they're on, they're snug. So what they're going on, they're staying on, which is nice. I really enjoyed my experience at Cartier. They are incredibly kind in there, helpful, beyond generous with their time, expertise, and willingness to show you product. I really have enjoyed my experience there. Even when you walk in and there's not somebody there immediately to help you, they'll let you browse or do whatever, but they do not have that pretentious attitude that you might encounter at some of the boutiques out there. So do not hesitate to go into Cartier. Let's be honest, it's not a cheap brand at all, but I've not felt intimidated going in there. And I'm saying that because the next one I'm going to unbox, completely different experience. And I almost wonder why I bought anything. But that being said, I wanted to try something out. So I'm really excited that I was able to get something from Cartier again, getting it off of my list. Really, really happy to have a matching item. Love their service. My next thing that's still on the list is the necklace, and then I will have my trio basically of what I would wear when I have this all on. So I'm very, very happy to have finally gotten some earrings on my list checked off. So that was that. Again, lovely experience, lovely associate, aftercare and everything. I'm really impressed by Cartier's customer care. I wanted to go into Van Cleef and Arpels, and I think I'm no longer intrigued by that brand because of you can't even go in and browse anymore. Bulgari gave us a very lovely experience. When they're in there trying out the bags, and the jewels were out. I would probably prefer maybe some Bulgari jewels, or just stay with Cartier because of the lovely associates that we worked with at both of those stores. It's a very nice experience. So let's talk about the last item I picked up, and not the most expensive. That was the most expensive, but it was not cheap. But yeah, I'll be right back. Okay. So this is my first item from Goyard, and the first time I'd ever been into a Goyard boutique. Last year, this boutique was in the Neiman Marcus. It was in another area, and it was all roped off. You know how I feel about the roped off thing. It's like, oh, really? All roped off. They don't want you going in there. It's like, it's very much like, we aren't about you, man. Well, this time, they did have the, roped offness, but it was empty inside. So we were walking in, and they at least let us you're kind of already just being very like unwelcoming was the feeling. So that's kind of how it just started from there and kept going. So I was asking questions. Immediately I look over, and every shelf has no camera, no photo. Like, it's locked down. You are not supposed to do anything there. And that just, to me, I'm like, so if I wanted to try on a bag and see how it looks, I couldn't take a picture with it? Really? That just seemed ridiculous to me. However, somebody else in our group had, I don't have the footage, but they have those glasses that record. So of course they have their footage. I need to get some of that because it does seem that a lot of these boutiques don't want you taking video at the very least, but you can take pictures at most of them, at least of yourself, But this one, literally, it's like, well, what if I wanted to think about it and come back? Or if I didn't know how I looked on me and I wanted to share it with my husband, it just seems so over the top ridiculous. Like, well, you should just know that you want to buy it. So I started looking at items, and I was intrigued, and I just wanted to touch the canvas. I wanted to know what colors were available, just what options there were. And every question I asked was met with this, like, I should know. Like, how dare I ask them? I should know. Like, isn't that your job to inform me of your products and their, what they're, and I don't know hardly anything about this brand other than what, I've seen on videos that other people have bought, that just seemed like, I'm here to ask you questions, inform me, educate me about your products and what I might want. So I just felt really like I was a nuisance to them and unwelcome. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. Finally, they throw me the little swatch ring that shows me all the different colors. I'm like, oh, great. Thank you. Wonderful. So I see them on. I'm like, okay, you don't have anything in purple. So I'm looking at the two that are close enough to purple. There's a navy blue that's like an indigo. It's like, okay, that's sort of purpley. And there was a maroon burgundy. I'm like, but not purple. And purple's my thing. And the whole point of Goyard to me was like, they're going to have a canvas and a color that I might like. So I'm looking around and I'm like, nothing's really like, for as far as bags go. So I started looking at the SLGs, and finally, another couple was there next to me, and they were very gracious to them. I'm like, apparently I didn't have the look. Very gracious to them. And as they were watching, I'm just watching, or they're looking, I'm watching, what they're picking out. And they had brought out this particular item. And so I had asked, may I, after you're done looking at that, if you're done, may I look at that as well? And it was almost like, how dare I ask for a view of something? It was the most uncomfortable experience. Oddly, they walked out not making any purchases at all. So, anywho, so I made my purchase, and my plan was to have it shipped home because, again, I have no room in my luggage. This store, they were like, well, we charge for shipping, and it's going to cost you more than, you would save not having sales tax. And I'm like, how much do you charge to ship? Because I have 0 sales tax. So 10% of this, how much are you charging to ship? It would have ended up being where I saved like $10. But because of the attitude, the constant attitude, I was just like, okay, let me just pick up the item. So I'm going to get in here with getting the sticker off. And here I haven't even opened it yet, and I'm already at the point where I'm like, this will be my last item likely ever purchased from Goyard, at least from the store. I may buy something used, but it was so unwelcoming and so just inconsiderate, the behavior of the sales associate, that it doesn't feel like anything special. The wrapping, just threw it in the bag. It just doesn't feel like a very luxurious house considering the hype that it gets. So, I was just kind of, after I bought it, I almost wanted to walk back in and return it because I just was so disappointed with what it is. It's made in France, thank God. Anywho, first item from Goyard has a felt. Can I be frank? It's a felt wrapping. It's not even a dust bag. This felt wrapping. So there's the tag. I'm laughing because I feel like a sucker. At least it has a nice little cover on its pull. So I went with a card case, a zippy type of card case, and thought that would be the best try of this brand. So it has the 3 card slots and then 1 larger card slot right here, and then the pouch right here, a yellow interior. And I got the navy, as I had mentioned. It's a indigo kind of color. The behavior of the associate was just lackluster at most. So it's a coated textile, calfskin leather, goatskin leather lining made in France. So where's the calfskin leather? I'm confused. Is this calfskin leather? Must be. So this must be the calfskin leather. This is the canvas, and then goatskin on the inside. Okay. Yes, so this is my Goyard piece, probably my first and last piece ever, because I don't intend to shop in their store ever again from the behaviors within. Now, somebody else might have had a better experience. That particular boutique, no. No. But I have a Goyard piece now, so there we go. Check things off the box. That was my most disappointing part of the trip. This my most disappointing purchase of the trip Would you have bought something? Am I just a sucker? 'Cause I did this at Hermes last year as well. So didn't have the best experience there. Did this year, but last year. And I still bought a lot of stuff. Here I am, not having a great experience. Bought this anyway. It wasn't that expensive. I mean, well, it wasn't expensive, but it wasn't that expensive. But I should have just walked away. After the experience in there, I should have walked away. But I just had to have something just to get it out of the way, just to, I guess, scratch that itch to say, I've been in this store, I've bought something, I know what it's like, and now I'm done. It's my opinion. Have you had similar types of experiences with this brand or another brand? And what would you have done? You probably would have walked away. You probably would have been a dummy and bought, a $900, was it 800 or 900? I can't remember now. I think it was 900 card case, because you would have not spent your money on someone that treated you not so well. But I wanted to have one, so that's what I do. All right. Well, at least I got my Cartier item. I got my bracelet cord changed. I got my earrings that I wanted so much. Love them. Very excited about that. Got all those other items from Louis Vuitton that were just fabulous. Ate my words about Christmas animation. Got the Hermes fragrances that I wanted. Yeah, it was a good trip overall. So I accomplished a lot and really enjoyed the company of the folks that I was able to hang out with. So fun times. And I will see you here in Vlogmas very soon. So take care. Bye.